Hello, today I'll be talking about the influence of social media. Log in, search, scroll, surf, like, dislike, comment. We use technology so often. We have laptops, phones, computers, tablets that have come to assimilate in our daily lives as a sort of necessity. It's only been a little over a decade since it came into our lives. I'm okay, you tell your parents who has called to check up on you, or what's the work for today? You text your friends about the classwork you haven't paid attention in class about. You comment the heart emoji 3 times on your friend's newest post to hype them up. You send this text post to your friend because somehow you lived the same childhood as the stranger that created the post. So what's the tea for today? Sit tight and get ready because it's a lot. These days, social media is such a big part of our lives right now, and people utilize it in such a way to get their voice heard in hopes to see the change that they would like to see. Some argue that it's a really great platform to be used, while other people argue that it's not such a great platform to use one's voice to speak on society's issues. Social media is a great platform that allows users to speak their mind and what they want to say on such a large database, which allows users to reach a much wider audience on their belief and a faster rate. For example, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It aids the spread of support. If people like this belief, it will gain a massive following of many people supporting this idea. It also allows the government to see what needs to be changed because the voice of the people is used and heard. Government officials have changed the way that they use social media to also reach out to their community and connect with them in such a way so that they can hear the people's voice. In turn, the people can hear the figure's own voice. In addition, when people use their voice, it allows them to get a support on social stigma, like the topic of the LGBT plus community, where they are now getting much support because of these figures that speak out against the people who still think badly of it, and along with changing laws um, in the justice system that have discrimination against them. Mental health and disabilities are also being spoken about, whereas before people tended to not talk about it and look at it as if it's a bad thing. Equality with people of color and women are also spoken about. Just look at the 5-year-old hashtag of Black Lives Matter, which is still a very much relevant and hot topic today. Time flies. But even though can speak up on their mind, people are quick to immediately shut down someone's opinions. People must be careful what they want to say about politics or sensitive issues because they might offend someone. You make your opinions, but other people can even alter what the other person says. The original poster says this, but then other people change what they actually said, gathering hate on the OP. It also aids the spread of hate very strongly. People tend to bandwagon on a certain belief that goes against them, and large group of haters gang up together. This splits up people. This has been recently seen in action, and I'm sure you all know about it, the James Charles scandal. At first, everybody hated on him because of Tati Westbrook's 40-minute video called Bye Sister. Then people switched sides so quickly because he came back with his own 40-minute video. The internet is so quick to change sides, and who knows what's real anymore. Therefore, because of the amount of false news and unreliable information that is out on the internet and that floats around social media, people have a hard time believing what the other people say unless they're able to pull up receipts and evidence. Even then, those can be altered too. A lot of this is also sent anonymously. It's just people hiding behind a screen. People easily confront others with no problem online simply because they really can't do anything to the other person physically. They engage in useless debates as if it will be the end of the world if they humble down and admit that the other side has some good points or that they're wrong and they're right. People are not always accepting and often full of it. Many different people's thoughts and opinions are thus put out all into one platform. While you're specifically exposed to considering what you look at, who you follow, what posts you see can change your mindsets, thoughts, and decisions. This makes it very advantageous for companies and government. Social media is one huge advertising platform. We don't think much of it. Thousands of ads pass by our eyes every single day. Social media has this power, such strong power that in a way it can even control us. Companies are tracking our online activity to cater ads to our interests. If you look at the activity as a whole, it can create a very detailed image and description of who you are, your interests, what and who you like, what's happening in your life. By making more ads relevant to you, this makes it more likely for you to buy something that you would be interested in, that they want to sell. This means more money for them. You leave footprints that also allow sites and companies to track your actions and basically cater the internet to know what you're interested in and show many things that are related to it. It shows that many ads, sites, and companies that basically already know your information as well due to the fact that maybe you've signed up for something and that it has been shared to others to offer something like that to you as well. These footprints that we leave behind help paint this picture of us. The fact that you search up how to go back in time on WikiHow contributes to this picture of you, even if you were bored and just wondering. Apple, Google, and Facebook have been known to misuse user information for their own purposes. For not only misusing, but statistics and just to see what other people are doing to gather information. It's not always done in a good way and can be negative and harmful to others. Certain actions that these companies have taken to violate consumers' privacy, like for example, selling user information to the government, which makes them make billions more dollars. We don't think much about it because of terms and conditions that we blindly agree to. Sometimes we sell our privacy and information simply because we don't feel like reading the mass of tiny all caps text that is presented to us. We just scroll right past it and agree. Let's be honest though, do we really care? Not really, only until something directly happens to us. Lawfully, they really should not be doing that, but not only that, we tend to move on rather quickly, too quickly. We as a society move so fast and we grow tired of things so quickly. Trends and memes come and go as fast as that of snap. As said before, people tend to bandwagon. You're not excited for the Stranger Things season coming out in July? How come? It's so good. Quit commenting Endgame spoiler. It's been a week. Watch the movie already. Can you also believe that the Gun and Knuckles I Can Show You the Way and Tide Pod challenge was already last year? Along the list of challenges, remember the Ice Bucket Challenge, Hot Pepper Challenge, Cinnamon Challenge? That was already so long ago. Well, around like 2012 and on. If you think about it compared to the grand scheme of things, it's really not that long ago. We really haven't been here that long. So much has happened. It's like a blur. iPhones come out every year. The first one came out the year 2007 and was called the iPhone 2G. We're now at iPhone X, XS, and XR. We finished the numbers. Getting the new iPhone when it comes out is a trend. When AirPods come out, everybody mocked them. Now the majority of people have them. And it's also the source of some great memes, waves, and AirPods. They came out in 2016. We now have AirPods 2 as well. The hype of trends, memes, and etc. is mostly just entertainment for us. So, how does this usage of social media make everyone feel? It's different for everyone. For some, it makes them feel good. They can hop onto the trends. They're able to follow along with what's popular. Some post and get a ton of likes on their cute outfit that they wore that day, giving them a feeling of validation. Some get to show off their lavish lifestyles. Some get to post content that makes them happy and gain support. For some, social media is their life. For others, it makes them feel indifferent. They're indifferent to trends. They can just see what's happening and log off. They can move on or care less. Some others get affected by other people's lifestyle and feel jealous that they don't have that. Some feel lonelier in a growing internet age of strangers around the world. Some take the whole likes thing seriously and feel bad about themselves that they aren't getting the attention that they want. Sometimes people just put on another face, showing the total opposite of who they really are to make themselves feel better or to get what they want. Cases of cyberbullying occur sometimes as well, where people send hate comments or post unwanted photos of the victim, causing depression and negative thoughts. As a result, this can cause harmful effects onto someone, creating low self-esteem and health problems. It can affect people who already have these symptoms and make it worse instead of actually creating depression and anxiety in someone. Excessive use of social media affects the emotional and mental states of users, and the excessive use may lead to addiction, forgetting about their real lives as well in severe cases. Communication in the digital age has changed from what it was before as well. Strangers are able to hype each other up. People can slide through DMs so that other people know that they're interested. Some are also able to base their entire relationship on texting. Social media should instead support real-life relationships to catch up, not completely eradicate face-to-face connections. They're important. Any relationship with another person should have a healthy balance with in-person communication and online communication. Because once it starts to become just communicating online with one another, their bond with each other may become distant. Social media is a reinforcement to that relationship and should not solely be relied on. Our society is heavily dependent on social media. It's not always necessarily a bad thing, though. In fact, it has proved itself to be great. Immediate access to news and information. Users are able to know what's happening in the world and can keep up. It has created a bridge and connected people around the world. It has allowed people to voice out concerns and create awareness for changes to be made on a global scale. It has allowed us to advance. Despite its negatives, it has really allowed us to improve the world in many different ways, despite what many people think, especially in the social justice world. All in all, technology and social media shouldn't be taking people's lives over and not make people heavily depend on it, but instead it should be enhanced. It should be an enhancement to our lives to make it enjoyable, and it goes for all of our users. Period. Thank you.